Hello everyone. I've been here for 13 long years and I've known my classmates forever, it feels like. However, I struggle to think about what my speech would cover during this moment. What should I say? Should it be something inspirational? Maybe about how these tough times prepare us for the future? Should I be reminiscent, nostalgic? Should I talk about all the good moments we had and how they outweigh the bad? Oh, that's actually a rhyme.
Hey, write that one down.
Maybe I should be funny. Maybe talk about all the times we laughed together. However, in the end, I didn't know what I had to say. I remember when my mom and I were sort of brainstorming about ideas. Well, mostly my mom. I just sort of stood there. There were a lot of them. Some were pretty good, but most of them were pretty bad. And yet, we still didn't know what to do. Finally, she just said she believed that it would come naturally to me and that I could tell a story about it. It didn't come naturally to me. So I'm just going to say what popped into my head as I wrote this speech hastily. I just want to say thank you to everyone in this room and many more. To my classmates, my teachers, my coaches, and everyone in between. You made high school certainly an interesting time, but a great one nevertheless. There are so many moments in my class's time here that I can't talk about them all. Everyone has their unique moments. They have their own memories, their nuances, their highs, and their lows. So I'm going to talk about one of my experiences that I always remember, which is how people said my name. For example, I remember my classmates having to correct substitute teachers about how my name was spelled. For that, I thank them. However, I remember this one time when one of my cross-country teammates had jokingly pronounced my name as guitar. For a long time, they'd always say in an oddly strange way, "Hey, guitar, how's it going?" That was quite interesting to me. I experienced it again when I met my wrestling coach last for the first time ever in 8th grade. I recall that day vividly when I decided to try out the sport, as Lincoln and Dalton peer pressured me into it. Thank you guys. He didn't know me at all, and when I told him my name, Kathir Sasikumar, he looked very, very, very confused. And he said, "Your name is Shakir?" That caused another line of funny jokes. And finally, when I was called to the podium at state track for the mile, they pronounced my name correctly for the first time. And then they decided to correct themselves and call me Couture. What a way to end my high school career. That is to me one of the most memorable experiences of my time here. It seems very small and trivial, which it is, but it kind of symbolizes how high school was for me. An interesting, albeit great time. We should go out there to make our own stories that only we can tell. If I had 100 lives, I would change some decisions I made. However, I would never change the core part, which was being me at this school. I would choose my experience almost every single time. One time I'll be a billionaire. I believe that we have all worked hard to get to this moment, and I understand it's a very bittersweet one. Many people are happy, many are sad, many don't know what to feel. I bet a lot of us standing here are not ready for this. We think school will feel like forever. I remember thinking that when I was in elementary school. Then, I snapped my hands. We're graduating. Isn't that crazy? It reminds me of this quote from Lemony Snicket. If we wait till we're ready, we'll be waiting for the rest of our lives. I don't know what the future holds for all of us, much less myself. All I know is that I will miss this time that I had at school greatly. Once again, I want to thank the people who made all of this possible. My coaches, my friends, my teachers, my classmates, and finally my family. None of this would be possible without you guys. So here's to us, that class of 2025. Thank you, Swink School. See you later, nerds. We out.